Hello guys, welcome to my channel Oratrix, and we are very happy to uh, broadcast this one. We have completed the 600 subscriber, so we are growing pretty fast now. So I have started a video series on Oracle Apex API, and I've already uploaded two videos on that. One on the like collection, so we have seen how to create collections, right? And another was on global variables. So in this video we are going to definitely focus on the API part only. So let's see. Okay guys, so in this video we are going to focus or see the apex underscore custom auth. There are certain functions and procedure in apex which we can use to get certain data which we are utilizing while development of Oracle Apex. So let's see what we have in this one. So let me just open this custom auth. I have already created a page so that we can move pretty fast. So first function is page is public. So let me just open this one. So here we have once we can query like this one, that apex underscore custom underscore auth dot current page is public. So there are certain pages which we kept as public, and there are certain page which we kept as private, and private means requires authentication to access that page. So we need to if you want to check that the current page is public or not, so we can utilize this particular statement. There is apex underscore custom underscore auth dot current page is public, and this will return obviously a boolean value. So I've stored that in a boolean value, L value, and then I'm checking if it is L value, it is true, then I'll be printing that page is public, else I'll be printing as page is not public, right? So let me run this one and let's see what we are getting. So currently the page is not public, so that's why we are able to see this. The page is not public, so we required authentication to access this page, right? So next thing is create a new session. Like suppose whenever we are working on any session state management application, let's consider an example of any shopping cart or something. Okay, so then we may required to go for a next session. So we can use this particular thing like apex underscore custom auth dot get underscore next underscore session id. So it will provide us with the next session id, and that we have stored into the well, and we are printing that particular thing. So let me just run it again. So currently, as you can see, the new id has been allocated every time I refresh the button. As you can see, currently is 619, and if I refresh it, I'm getting a new session id, right? So every time you refresh the page, you'll get a new session id. So this is used for that thing. Next we have get session id. So same as that, we are getting the if you want to get the id of that, earlier we have utilized to create new, and this one is to get the session id. We have utilized the same variable and we are just printing the value. Next is session id from cookie. If you want to have like apex underscore custom underscore auth dot get session id from cookie, then you may utilize this particular thing. So we are getting the same id from the cookies as well. So this is one other method which we can use to get the session. Let's quickly forward. Get user. Uh, we may require to get the name of the user currently logged in. So we can use apex underscore custom underscore auth dot get user, and if you print the value, so we are getting the user currently this user, right? Currently I'm logged in as this user, so I'm able to see this particular thing, right? So there is a get user. right? So next, same as that, we have another, that is a get username. For that, we need to execute apex underscore custom underscore auth dot get username. So this will provide us with the username, okay, of the logged in user. And the last one, so as we can see, it's a valid session. So we need to check whether the session is valid or not. So there is a variable that is comes under apex underscore custom underscore auth dot is session valid. So whatever the value we are getting, that will be a boolean value. And if it is valid true, then it's a valid session. Otherwise, it's a invalid session, right? So if we run this one, so we are able to get the values here. Okay, so you may require to use this particular values, whatever we have get using the variables which has been provided in this one, public or not. There are so many things you can do as far as this apex underscore auth is concerned. LDAP is there, right? Next session is that. So everything is given. Just the thing is you need to explore more on the apex API, right? Mm, okay, so we'll stop this video here, and in the next video I'll be showing you that how to use the apex underscore item collection. Apex underscore item contains number of things checkbox. You dynamically you can let me just give a quick review that if you want to have a checkbox dynamically, then something like this, then you can have. So in this next video I'll be showing you the apex underscore item thing. For more updates on this particular things, subscribe this channel and stay tuned. Thank you so much.